Welcome to a lesson today on theme, the search for meaning in a piece of literature. What is a theme, you might ask? Well, a theme is a life lesson, meaning, moral, or message about life or human nature that is communicated by the literary work and is universal. That means that it can apply to everyone. In other words, the theme is what the story teaches the reader. What the story teaches the reader. Themes are not words. They're not things like love or hate. They are a complete sentence. You have to have a complete thought to really communicate what it is you're trying to teach. You don't have to agree with the theme of the story in order to be able to identify it. Here are some examples of some good theme statements. Money can't buy happiness. Don't judge people based on the surface. And it is better to die free than live under tyranny. Excellent theme statements. Here are some rules about theme statements. Theme statements must be a complete sentence. It has to be a complete thought. A theme statement must also be universal. Thus, you can't use personal pronouns like you or my or I in it, nor can you use names of characters like Joe or Sally. They must apply to everyone. You want to make them so that people need to learn to, in order to make them apply to all. And theme statements must also be original. You are not to use cliches. Those are overused statements. A good test of a cliche is that if I stop, can you fill it in? It's raining cats. That's right, and dogs. That's cliche. You can't use it. It's well overused. Here are some examples. What's wrong with these theme statements? Money. Right, money is a word. It's not a complete sentence. Therefore, it's not a good theme statement. You should not judge a book by its cover. Yeah, there are a couple things wrong. One, you saw the personal pronoun, the you. Can't just make it apply to you. I want to make it apply to everyone. So it should be people. People should not judge a book by its cover. What's wrong with that? If I stopped at people should not judge a book, you're right. You can fill it in by its cover. You know that it's cliche, it's overused. Also, Joe needs to learn to be nice to people. Right. Who's Joe? He's a character in the story. You can't use his name. It should be that people or humans or Americans need to learn to be nice to people, to others. Might be a better way to word that. Here's a story. See if you can get the theme. Jenny Pushover was so excited. She had a pack of Starbursts in her lunch and she had been looking forward to eating them all morning. Lunch finally came and Jenny sat down to eat her Starburst when her friend Judy said next to her, "Let me get the pink ones," asked Judy. Jenny liked the pink ones best, but she thought Judy was funny, and Jenny wanted Judy to like her, so Jenny gave Judy all of her pink Starbursts. Before Jenny was done giving Judy the pink ones, Carrie said at the other side of Jenny, "Let me get the red and the orange ones, Jenny. Remember when I gave you that Snickers?" Jenny didn't remember that, though she did remember when Carrie ate a whole Snickers in front of her. But Jenny thought Carrie was cool, so she gave her the red ones and the orange ones. Now that she had only the yellow ones, Jenny wasn't so excited about eating Starbursts anymore. So themes, they're not explicit. They're not going to be clearly stated. The author's not going to come out and tell you, and here's what my message was. You have to imply them. You have to figure them out based on clues in the story. And themes are bigger than just the story. Don't tell me what Jenny learned. Tell me what can apply to all of us. Here's our graphic. We've got the small world of the story needs to go bigger and apply to all of us. Themes are about the big picture, not yellow Starburst taste bad. That's not what that whole story was about. Not Judy and Carrie are bad friends. You've got to think bigger. Judy and Carrie are only characters in the story. Certainly you can talk about friendship, but make it apply to all of us and not just the characters. Find the real world advice. What's in that story that we can all learn from? Some example answers of a theme for that story should be friends cannot be bought. Or maybe people need to be sure to take care of themselves. And not everybody is a good friend. I hope that helps you see what a theme is and how to write a theme statement for a piece of literature. At your tables now, if you will discuss the notes you took. If somebody has something that you didn't write down, talk at your table, whether it needs to be in your notes, and share and make sure you've got good notes from today.